Good morning, dear friends. I would like to make a few comments on the passage of Matthew 13, verse 31 to 34, the passage about the very small seed and the dough that we used as an introduction to week 3. The mustard seed is indeed a very, very small seed, but it doesn't grow to the size of a tree. It grows to the size of a shrub, maybe knee high. So did Jesus make a mistake? No, I don't think so. I think it was deliberate. I think he had some of the seed in his hands, pointing at one of these shrubs, these mustard plants. And then he deliberately exaggerated the growth of this plant to teach us something about kingdom dynamics, about the miraculous growth of even the smallest thing when it is in God's hand as part of the breaking through, the coming of the kingdom of our Lord. That means that even if I am the smallest, the very, very smallest of all seeds, the result could be like a miraculous tree growing from this very, very small seed. So what does this picture of the mustard seed becoming a tree actually mean? Right through the Old Testament, the picture of the birds coming towards the tree symbolized the nations coming to Jerusalem to bring honor and glory to the one God that is. So the picture that we get is of this very small seed that has the potential to reach out and welcome the nations so that they will find peace and safety within its branches. So how does transformation in the community happen? It is by the small seed, the small beginning, the one person, the right idea at the right time, the small group of people willing to be obedient, that fits into God's kingdom plan. He does the miracle. He makes this seed grow into a tree. But by reaching out with its branches, it becomes part of God's strategy to impact the community and transform it towards practical kingdom outcomes. Then the blind see, the lame walk, the sick get healed, those rejected by everybody receive the love of Christ, the hungry get fed, and the people without hope get a kingdom hope. So the first strategy is the small seed growing and reaching out so that the kingdom will come. The second example is of a woman baking some bread. She's active. She actually works the dough. We don't get that impression with a man sowing the seed and just waiting for it to grow. This woman works the leaven, the yeast, into the dough, and miraculously the dough grows because the leaven influences every little bit and every little part of the dough. While the first example is almost like a missionary reaching out into the community, out into the whole world, this example of the woman baking some bread is about influence in the community. She is a change agent. She makes things happen inside the relationships in the community where she is. Very often people wouldn't even know and realize what she's doing, but she is changing her community bit by bit where nobody is looking, while God is doing the miracle in secret. In both cases, the outcome is transformation. Something happens. Something practical in real life changes. But the strategy is different. The one is actively reaching out, and the other one almost in secret, influencing, changing within the community. I believe that the Lord uses both of these dynamics in establishing His kingdom. If you look at people within your faith community, you will see who are like the seed growing to become a tree, and who are like the woman working the yeast, the leaven, into the dough. In both cases, it is God that gives the miraculous growth. Now, what does this mean for your ministry strategy? Think about it.